Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, Professor Ashok. Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Sunil garu, we can change the screen and start the session, sir. Sir is online. Please.
Sir, I changed. Is it visible, sir?
It is not visible, sir. Next session will be at 5. That is what the slide that you can see. Or just reshare, sir.
Yes, sir. I will do it. Sir, can you confirm? Sir?
See, we could see your screen saying that the next session will start at 5 p.m. And next man,
Give me a minute, sir. Sir, can you confirm, sir?
Yes, sir. Please proceed, sir. I can see.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Professor Ashok, sir. Good evening, sir.
Sir, good evening.
Sir, first of all, I would like to convey our thanks for joining with us to be a part of this faculty development program, sir. Before entering into the session, let me take the privilege to introduce you, sir. It is my great honor to introduce Professor M. Ashok. Professor M. Ashok, working as Senior Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Rajalakshmi Institute of Technology, Chennai. He is also head for Center for Artificial Intelligence. He earned B in IT from Krishan Koi in 1999. He earned MTech in CSC from COEA JNTU Anantapur in 2008. Now he is pursuing his PhD from Anna University, Chennai. Professor Ashok filed 4 patents which were published in the field of artificial intelligence and 1 patent grant received in blockchain and AI. He published 11 papers are indexed in Scopus WOS CA category. He has 70 plus publications in national and international conferences. He signed 4 MOUs with MNCs for project development and deployment. He published 2 textbooks in the field of artificial intelligence and its implementation. Sir, really, it's our honor to have you such a great person as a resource person, sir. Sir, now I request you to share your thoughts in plausibility and security intelligence and implementation approach. Now the platform is yours, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the nice introduction.
இது வந்து அந்த பையனோட பேப்பர் கொடுத்தேன். இங்கிலீஷ்லயே பேசுறேன்.
There is a small issue in loading the PPT. Just a while, sir. I'll start.
No problem, sir. Take your time.
Hello. Ma'am, is there any problem?
Yes, yes. The resource person is trying to share his PPT and he will share within 2 or 3
Okay, sure,
minutes.
sir. Okay. I'll
Excuse me, madam. The attendance link is not working. Please check.
Yes, sir.
Madam, the same link was given, madam.
Hello.
So my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible, please.
So good evening, one and all. Sorry for the delay in opening up the presentation, because we people are completely running over with the Google Classrooms and other thing. Running with Microsoft Teams have taken time, and also mapping up with the PPT have consumed. Is my things are visible and I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So already sufficient introduction has given. No need to talk about or put a slide or wasting on time. As well as we have only 40 minutes. In that I have observed 15 minutes for running with these technical glitches. So remaining we have hardly half an hour, if you want to say. So in this half an hour, what we could able to project and what we can connect and talk. That's what I'm going to do. Normally, people started patching artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and what are all the subsets of AI are being mapped with the other domains. Not only other domains, even for maybe homogeneous or heterogeneous, whatever may be the type of domains, it is ready to be patched. So likewise, one of the field it is being patched is yeah, a very simple term is security. If you want to say security is a theoretical term, if you want to say a practical term for security, is nothing but threat, right? So if you want to go one more level, security is theory, threat is practical, implementation part is nothing but attack. So in all these three layers, is it necessary for me? First, I have to raise a question. Is it necessary for me to introduce AI here? That is the first thing. Because our old way of running with applications are being tracked with normal firewalls or sophisticated firewalls, whatever may be. The basic working knowledge of firewalls is nothing but detecting the anomalies. People have designed some sort of filters. If the corresponding, even I can do these types of anomalies in any layer of my network, right? With respect to application or with respect to packet. So wherever I want to introduce my thing, I could able to do it. With respect to network security and other thing. If we want to come over on the next level, right? Data breach. So it is commonly happening in data centers. Now it is being renamed as data lakes. Theoretically, we have studied as data warehouse. So big data technologies have been evolved to manage such things, and we are also started using those big data technologies for all types of causes. So managing data breach is a separate domain. Managing the resources is a separate domain. How we are going to take up our research challenge? That's a very big question. So we have to narrow down ourselves, and we have to identify a place where we have to start the research. If suppose if faculty members who have not incepted their research, might be this session would be useful, as well as students of UG and PG, they have involved here, might be for them this presentation would be useful. So I will be coining the path for moving towards AI from the context of threat. So that's what here I'm going to focus probably. And you could able to see in the screen, right? Normally I won't type any contents. I'll be using images. Probably I'll be using mind map, but due to shortage of time, I have prepared these slides. See, this is published in 1955. It was published in Scientific American magazine. Actually, even Scientific American subscription is available even nowadays. You can check for your library. A very interesting magazine always that will fetch you contents from all types of technology and engineering with respect to science implementations. That's very, very important. This is a this is a basic article when we are going to talk about plausibility, because that is the title that I have given for the people. The plausibility with respect to security intelligence, right? How can I connect my threat with maths? That's what we are going to do. AI is complete implementation is based on maths. Please teach your people, because normal normal tutorials are running with machine learning and deep learning. We are having the first process, download the data set, next pre-process the data set, next you are going to run it for the different types of accuracies by using some ready-made 8 algorithms. Those algorithms will give you very good accuracy when your data set size is 900 or 1000, right? So likewise, they have given something which is useful for some basic academic purposes to explore. That's all. But the data set size is not sufficient accuracy. I could not be able to manage, as well as while I'm going to perform my validation, training, testing, I will not be following any principles on those things. When unknown data is going to come, ultimately the model will fail, right? This is what we have been inculcated, I think, from during the period of Corona, right? People are being free in the home and being engaged with the sessions. They started learning all those things and they started pack those things with their basic research, but that's completely wrong. The thing is, when you are going to insert AI into your entry, make sure that what is the foundation of your mathematics to cross-cut your research. That's what. Normally, I have gone one step further. See, people will be using probability always, because when you come for the online tutorials, people will be using the term Bayes theorem, Bayes, naive Bayes, right? So for the models, that what will be ultimately the concept behind those coined terms are nothing but conditional probability. That's what finally it will fallen over on that, right? So probability range from 0 to 1. But how about my orientation on 0 to 1? That's what the places are being explored actually. See, when I'm going to talk about the occurrence of a event have started from 0 to 1. Occurrence, if the event has occurred, right? So that is being projected. If the event has not been occurred, means that would be marked as a complement of this projection. That's all. So in that case, my values are very clear between these things, right? So that is the reason why probability will give you within lesser iterations when I'm going to use probability-based learning, right? If I can use the term like this, probability-based learning, because when I'm going to design a predicative model, ultimately that will be using probability-based learning only. So in the probability-based learning, the things are being given as some fractional values, that's all. But how about the fact of those fractional values? How you will judge the fact of those fractional values? For that, the admissible entry is this plausibility. Plausibility will fetch me some interesting theories. The initial stages, even people have, if you have seen the movie Godfather, that you could able to find out, they have utilized Dempster-Shafer theory. The Dempster-Shafer theory would be something interesting to identify based on evidences that it will ready to convey you. It's a very good maths that will ready to convey you the abstract content. For example, if a set of criminals are there who have committed that corresponding murder, depending upon the evidences, right? Computers will convey the software, Dempster-Shafer theorem will convey you the corresponding answers. Even people have tried for weather forecasting, Dempster-Shafer theory. Okay, so that much interesting maths are lying behind our AI. That's what I want to stretch and the first slide, right? If you want to proceed further with the plausibility, this is the page that you have to come up with. That's what. Plausibility will give you the fact of the value what you have fetched from 0 to 1. For example, my value have given us 0.39. Likewise, I have received a value. Why this 0.39? Or what is the effect of this 0.39? That will be given by my plausibility, right? So when we are going to talk about plausibility, we'll be introducing a term called belief, right? The belief. So belief is a very strong term. Normally, when we are going to move, because we are having a term called may occur, may not occur. If it is going, when the data set is going to be very big on this case, how the occurrence would be pointed out in a single bay, right? Single bay. So in those cases, it would be very easier for me to move it. Might be people who are familiar with the fuzzy logic, that they have a calculation of these crisp values, right? So those crisp values, because neural network won't fall on those categories, because they want to make the neural network to learn, but when they want to run with the crisp values, they will come over for their fuzzy only. But good nature of the neural network and the calculation nature of my fuzzy systems are being linked to combine with and project the neuro fuzzy systems, right? So for all those things, the fundamental things are basic maths only. So to bring about that, to talk about the complete conjecture on this, we should be the starting point to learn about plausibility is here, right? Plausibility is the term possibility plus probability, right? I am ready to check the value of my probability, whether it is possible or not again. It's like again an iteration, right? So that is what the interesting thing which is ready to be projected in this complete passages. Don't worry, I'm not going to read the complete passages and make you to run. This is a sample page. Actually, if you run through the Scientific American website, you can read the complete article, right? So you read the complete article, you will feel the flavor of my the thing. What are all that they want to introduce? Basic thing is mathematical induction. We have learned in for proving our sets. So till n I am going to prove. What is the reason that I am going to prove till n? If I am going to prove till n, whether what I have proved is correct or not, who will judge that? Right? We have a general formula. Who will judge that? So that would be given through this plausibility again, right? So likewise, a lot of things are there to be emerged from this plausibility. Now here onwards, just you educate your students, make sure that after probability, incorporate them plausibility. Plausibility will give them the judgment what they have taken through probability is correct or not, right? So that's the thing which could be related with AI. How can we relate with my security intelligence? Here is the threat what I have detected, or the anomaly that what I have identified, whether it is fake or not, right? If I want to create a pakka intrusion detection system, you can employ plausibility, right? Because logical reasoning would be a very big challenge always while we are implementing, because I think people who are working with the AI, they will know the term mechanical theorem proving. So this MTP is a very big gate always. Mechanical theorem proving, because it is possible for a computer to convey sum of all the angles inside a equilateral triangle is 180 degree, whether it could be able to convey, whether if I'm going to draw a triangle by using some R and N or something, whether they could be able to come and prove that the theorem, right? So for example, I am coming down on a cycle and if I'm going to fall down through a pit, so whether my the accident for my reason can be conveyed by a intelligent CCTV surveillance, right? It could be able to send a message immediately. Such a type of reasoning is always a major challenge here, right? So that's what. So those places are with the commas. As a researcher, we have to complete the sentence, right? So that's the interesting thing regarding this, and I request everyone to run this article, right? Walk through this article. Maurice Klein have given a very good introduction about plausibility, as well as he had given an example. The complete article will give you. He has given an example. Even a fresher who don't know about plausibility, once they have run through this, they will understand the purpose of this plausibility. And regarding probability, regarding plausibility, what are all the things that one has to refer? All those things should be available in this article. Right? So that's what the first slide. And yes, so this is the slide that I want to normally, when I'm going to talk about plausibility, I'll be introducing with the people always. What is this plausibility and probability? Right? There is no difference. Likewise, they'll be conveying on this slide. But the thing is, they have difference. That's what I have elaborated on the previous entry. Right? What's the decision that you are going to make out? That should be that should be validated through my plausibility. That's it. I have identified my forensic software have identified that he is a criminal. So how could I come to a conclusion based on evidence? That should be done through my plausibility. So that's the interesting thing about plausibility always. Right? So that's the thing. I think this slide that people will be sharing with you. So yes, this is again another slide. So I think this slide will give you something about belief and plausibility, right? Till what extent that I have to believe this or interpret my results, right? What is my level of uncertainty? Might be I have given uncertainty within this range, right? Please understand, it would be within this range, but uncertainty domain is infinity always, right? It may come in the nth domain, it may come in any aspect. We can't restrict. Uncertainty will come only on this particular aspect. It will come in any aspect, especially when my plane is n-dimensional. I don't know, right? For example, I'm going to drop my rover in Mars. So the complete future map would be identified, then it will move. That's all. Suppose if there is a very big pit is going to come, it has to identify. Uncertainty will come always, right? So most of the research papers published by Hong Kong University, if you come across, they have talked more about uncertainty and random events, right? But as per our Ramanujan theory, you should not talk about, based on his number theory, you should not talk about random events and, random events and the sort of uncertainty on the same phase, right? That would be something different. To elaborate that only, this image that I have introduced, right? Plausibility of A would be lies between belief of A plus uncertainty always. That plus uncertainty, that range can be integrated, right? I can write an equation for this uncertainty here. That's all, based upon my application. Right? So while I'm going to apply my integration on uncertainty, the equation can be determined, right? For a rover, for a Mars rover, if I'm going to incorporate my domain, that area could be computed using a convex hull, I will get an equation. That's all. That equation is sufficient for the rover to inform the wheel and camera to track and move forward. That's all. Right? So that is the place that where I have to move forward. I'm sorry. So an issue. So the next part is complement, right? So whatever that we are mapped with our probability, right? P plus Q equal to 1. That is what P part we have explained, right? So the remaining part would be the complement, the things that what I should not work with always. So that's what I have been given, because we can't neglect Q. Q could be the place where I have to map with my negative instincts. So that is also to be tabulated while we are going to work with. The reason here is why we are incorporating again on anomalies detection. When we are going to design a filter, mandatorily you have to use Dempsey-Schaffer theory. That is the reason why here I'm introducing this belief and plausibility. Belief and plausibility must be incorporated if you are going to use AI in your threat intelligence, right? So these many number of security domains are available. Might be the pic will not be clear, but while you are sharing the PPT in your WhatsApp group, that you could able to run over on that lot of domains are there where you can open up research in security domain using AI. Fundamental one is this risk assessment. Always people will be calculating the risk assessment. Nothing but I am ready to project these types of risk will happen in this environment, right? So such type of risk assessments as well as identity management. This is the place where Kerberos are being completely replaced nowadays, right? Identity management. So that is also a very good place where we can work with our AI. And vulnerability management. So that is a place where I could be able to create dummy attacks using AI. So this is the place where you can explore. You can use your UG students to explore on this, how to create dummy attacks and make those attacks to, make those attacks to spoil your system resources, right? So likewise, you can create some dummy attacks. Lots of simulators are there. So running over on this because the XDR, if you just browse about XDR will give you some cloudscape platforms. Just you can check with your simulated entries. No need to pay anything, and there is no trial version that you can use it directly. But you can't fetch any results out from the environment. You can use it in the XDR, right? So that's a interesting thing about vulnerability management, right? So these are all the areas where people can explore. Apart from this, if you want to improve the existing framework, that you can contribute for the framework, because now all the open frameworks are available in the GitHub. In GitHub, complete frameworks are available. You can take the open source and you can customize. You can create for your own organization by fixing that. For example, to avoid data breaches, you can create data policies and you can incorporate with this existing frameworks. Likewise, one of the framework is NIST framework, right? Very specifically, the places are being marked in different colors where you can employ your AI, right? The red color they have given, right? This is the place research is going on currently. Rest of the things are being almost saturated, right? Identification, protection, detection, and recovery. These places where AI has been deployed. Only the places where we have to respond, right? So I think if you come across 3 or 4 days back, the automated drone which is flying over on POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir, have been identified by our military drone, Indian Army military drone, and it had taken out, right? Within 17 seconds, it had fired 147 bullets, right? So that much response that they have given. Real-time systems, it's an example, right? So likewise, our response should be there when we are under attack, right? Because normally we have to calculate the attack percentage. That attack percentage calculation, we have to employ plausibility here, because probability will tell me this much percentage only the attack has been happened, so it can be extended further, right? It can be extended further. So whether that value is correct or not, plausibility will help me to identify. Once the value is being confirmed, automatically we can perform both the operations parallelly, because we are being running over with different programming languages, right? Programming languages would be more helpful here. The impact of programming languages will come in these applications always. Multiple threads can be created, right? So recovery mechanism can be handled through one thread. Response mechanism can be handled through another thread. When an anomaly is ready to combat, you don't know how to combat with the respond, how to combat with the recover. That is the reason why the framework has been designed in this way. When we are going to implement it in a practical aspect, which should be running over on this, right? So instead of making the people to running over with this TAI board, that is Arduino or Raspberry Pi, that you can run with some other advanced IoT boards are available to check this type of NIST frameworks. A very good board that you could be able to get it from ST Microelectronics. Just you search the website that they have IoT board that would be supportable with the NIST framework. So that framework based board would be more helpful for you to, because that board is programmable. If you are very good in Python or Java, that that you could able to write the application for that. You can see the simulation in their customized software itself, right? So that much effective it is, right? And you can make the people to participate in type of the IoT based environment with attacks, right? So a lot of competitions across universities they are running, that you can make them to check your response time and recovery time, right? So that is the place where you can give the task to your UG or PG students to work with. The framework can be incorporated with the AI very, very clearly, right? So identify, protect, detect. You have lot of products have evolved, right? Please check with evolve AI, right? So a lot of products has been evolved on this. So you can't might be you can create a signature for your product, that's all. You can't able to create a new product here. So that's the ultimate thing on this. So yes, so this is a slide which will tell you actually this is a image for an EV vehicle, right? An EV vehicle, especially it has been given over for a correction mechanism. Correction mechanism we have given means it would be like a war is happening, right? A tank, like a military ground, right? Like a military ground. So a war is happening. We should not attack the opponent. So we should not attack our own people. How could I identify, right? So every tank will generate a particular frequency signal that would be the base for them to identify, as well as CV based solutions also integrated here. Okay, CV based solutions also integrated here. So those things would be combined as a single equation. The equation would be solved at the runtime, and the plausibility value will be cross-checked by the probability. Okay, we are not getting the signal from the wrong person, right? CV is not giving me some coin data, right? So those things would be the best place. So if we want to implement plausibility practically, what are all the phases I have to work? That is what it has been given as a red mark: detection, correction, calculation, observation. These four things you can implement practically if you want to see the maths on the ground, plausibility. So that is the thing. Okay. So yeah, this is the practical algorithm where we can deploy our plausibility, right? If you see the step 5 directly, right? Step 5, we are calculating a normal distance, right? Distance formula, pi of xi yi minus pj of xj yj. Here you can employ any type of distance calculation methods. Might be Euclidean, Manhattan, Minkowski, whatever the thing that you could be able to check with. After calculating the probability values, plausibility features are being identified, and it would be verify whether it is anomaly or not. That should be done through a normal Euclidean distance formula, and the corresponding distance would be, this is the metric has been designed for this paper, for this particular paper, that you can change your own metric while we are going to solve, right? So here they have created a heuristic function, right? F of OL of k equal to f of OL of k plus 1, as well as they are setting that for Vi and Vj and Vi, right? They are interchangeably making the source and destination to be different. If they have identified once that is not our tank, that means that will be set. If they have identified once that is our tank, that is also the value would be set, right? So that is the interesting thing on this algorithm. That's what how to work with this AI, very specific with my thread. So this is an algorithm that you can employ and use, and this is the basic algorithm where you can employ for any application, right? How to come from probability towards belief and plausibility, right? So this is the a very basic algorithm. Maybe I am crossing your time. Yeah, that's the basic algorithm. We are calculating the plausibility. We are calculating the belief, right? The reason is whenever I'm going to get any probability value, both these things are being calculated. The reason is I don't know the domain of my uncertainty. Remember the previous diagram. My uncertainty would be calculated, and I could able to limit the range of my uncertainty. For that, it would be more helpful, right? So that would be the idea. See, my point on this complete lecture is calculate belief and plausibility. That would be more helpful to apply AI in your threat domain, right? So that is the idea behind this. And thank you. Thanks for your time. I think I have given some justification for the people. Any queries you can raise.
Participants, if you have any queries, please unmute yourself and interact with the professor. And Dr. Ashok, thank you, and thank you for both of you, like for you as well as Professor Kumar also.
Sir, thank you, sir.
It's a privilege actually seeing you online. Professor Kumar is busy with his activities in Rajalakshmi.
Yes, sir. That's the reason why sir have deviated to me. He had given
That busyness gave you the opportunity, and we also have a privilege to see you.
Sir, it's
We
good
will
to
associate in
with
future endeavors, sir.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure, sir. Always.
Sir, am I audible, sir? Am I audible?
You are audible, please.
Sir, good evening, sir. Am I audible, sir?
You are audible, please.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yes, sir. Audible. Please raise your query. Yes, I think that person have not raised any query. If you have any queries, I think you can share with the coordinators. I think you can ping me. ashok.m@ritchennai.edu.in. We are running our Center for Artificial Intelligence in our campus itself. We are having 6 to 7 products are available. We are working with 4 to 7 clients on different platforms, multiple platforms. So every project is being running over with a combination of faculty members and students with the industry mentor. If any further collaborations are necessary for any academic institutions or any industry participants here, just contact us. Our contact details are available with the coordinators. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir. Sunil Garu, we can conclude, it seems to be.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing the importance of mathematics. You started with the role of mathematics in artificial intelligence, and you gave the definition of probability plus possibility. So really, you gave the meaning for the plausibility, sir, and you gave the outlines of how the 14th, 15th, and 16th centuries on the plausibility as well as the probabilities. You have given algorithms like assemble multi-faced classifiers, and there you have given the solutions for that and the plausibility check, how we can do all these. Really, it is a wonderful session, sir. I hope our participants have learned more about this plausibility. From the Department of CSE, Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimavaram, we thank you, sir. Despite of your busy schedule, you spend your valuable time, even if it is an odd time, because it is after 5. Really, it is very much hectic for you, I know. But as per the give an oath, you bind over this, and thank you for joining with us, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, dear participants, by this, we can conclude that we came to the end of today's session. I hope all the 4 sessions are very much useful for you.